I believe there's a storm coming up. Somehow I never expected that here.
All right, I don't think it'll touch us here in the valley.
Sure hate to be out there in that pass, though. That place is murder.
Well, we've all got to face it sooner or later. All four of us. Those four of us be here any day now. I don't imagine we'll have perfect weather all the way to India.
No, I don't think we will. That's one of the reasons why I think I'll let this first trip pass. There'll be other porters later.
You mean, sir, you're not coming with us?
That's it.
Well, I suppose it's your own affair. Nobody can prevent you from stopping here for all your life. It's not what everybody would choose to do, but ideas differ. What do you say, Conway?
I agree. Ideas differ.
As a matter of fact, there's a very practical reason why I think I'll stay on. I don't know whether you people guessed it or not. He was not Barnard.
Not Barnard?
Never was. I'm Chalmers Bryant.
Chalmers Bryant? You don't mean that Wall Street fellow?
The international swindler?
That's me.
I had some friends in Woodstock that lost all they had through you.
I'm sorry.
Well, you certainly played fast and loose with a lot of other people's money.
And why? Because those same people all wanted something for nothing and hadn't the brains to get it for themselves.
That's nonsense.
I'll tell you another thing, too. There's gold in this valley. Tons of it. What's more, I've got permission to prospect it. Maybe I can give them tips on how to increase the output. Maybe even someday I'll have...
a common thief, facing a life behind prison bars. No wonder he wants to stay here.
Well, I'm not facing a life behind prison bars, Mr. Mallinson. And I think I'll stay on, too.
What?
You, Miss Brinklow?
Yes. I've done a lot of thinking the last few weeks, and my mind's made up. It's quite obvious that I have a cause. This place is in urgent need of a mission. I'm strongly opposed to this doctrine of moderation. In my opinion, it's nothing but slackness and laxity. It's plain to me now that I've a lot of work to do here. A lot of work.
Thank you, Lieutenant. It was beautiful.
Mr. Conway, you have seen the High Lama.
Yes.
He told you everything.
What do you mean?
The story of Father Perot, of the Lama, of me.
The High Lama did not mention you, Lieutenant. He told me a great deal about the history of Shangri-La and the work he's doing.
And you found it interesting?
More than that. I was thinking just now as you played how much Shangri-La has come to mean to me. How much these hours here in the music room with you have come to mean.
Do the others feel like this, too?
I'm afraid not. But then, we're all of us different. For each of us, I dare say, Shangri-La holds a special meaning.
Except, I think, for Mr. Mallington. He will never be contented here, Mr. Conway. Never.
No, I suppose not.
He has no idea, then, of what the Lama has told you. You haven't told him.
Naturally not.
And you believe? You believe all that you've been told?
Well, I see no reason why the High Lama should lie to me.
No? No, of course not. Of course not.
Only exam. Have there been many who've tried to escape from Shangri-La?
Escape, Mr. Conway. Is that really the word that should be used? After all, the path is open to anyone at any time. I can only hope none of your friends would be so rash as to attempt so difficult a journey. There's Mr. Marrison. He's young, of course. But others, too. Lutsen, for instance, was young when she first came to us.
Was young.
Her carriers lost their way in the mountains. She was betrothed to a prince of Turkestan and was traveling to Kashgar to meet him. The whole party would doubtless have perished but for the customary meeting with our emissaries.
When did this happen?
1884. She was 18.
18. In 1884?
Yes. If you will forgive me a personal question, Mr. Conway, is it possible that you are falling in love with Lieutenant?
What makes you ask that?
Because if it is so, it would be quite suitable. Always, of course, in moderation.
Even love, then, fits into your scheme of things.
The hospitality of Shangri-La is of a most comprehensive kind, Mr. Conway.
Yes, I think I quite realize that by now. Tell me, Mr. Giles, how old were you when you first came to Shangri-La?
I was quite young, only 22. I am now 104.
When did you first begin to grow old, in appearance?
I was over 70. That is often the case, though I think I may still claim to look younger than my years.
Oh, decidedly.
Thank you.
And suppose you were to leave the valley now, what would happen?
Death. If I remained away for more than a very few days. But even if I were fortunate enough not to die, I would immediately acquire the full appearance of my actual age.
The atmosphere, then, is essential?
Mr. Conway, in the whole world there is only one Valley of the Blue Moon.
You sent for me, Father?
I did. You are unhappy, my son.
Not for myself, Father. I've never known such happiness as I've enjoyed here. It's as if I'd been searching for a long, long time. At last I'd come to the end of that search.
Then it is for the others you are unhappy.
For one of them. The other two are quite content, it seems.
Yes, Miss Sprinkler wishes to convert us. Mr. Barnard, who would also like to convert us into a gold mining corporation. But your friend, to whom neither gold nor religion can offer solace. How about him?
Yes, he's going to be the problem.
I'm afraid he's going to be your problem.
Why mine?
Very storms. They are nothing. Caracol sends us storms at this time of the year. But we are quite secure.
You said, Father, that Melanson was going to be my problem. Why mine, particularly?
Because, my son, I'm going to die. Yes, trust. But surely, my friend, we are all mortal, even at Shangri-La.
Father.
It is charming of you to appear so concerned. And I will not pretend that there is not a touch of wistfulness, even at my age, in contemplating death. Fortunately, little is left of me that can die physically. And as for the rest, all our religions display a pleasant unanimity of optimism. There remains to me, before I go, one final duty concerns you, my son.
You do me a great honor.
I have in mind to do much more than that. I am about to place in your hands, my son, the heritage and destiny of Shangri-La. I have waited for you, my son, for quite a long time. I have sat in this room and seen the faces of newcomers. I have looked into their eyes and heard their voices, always in hope that someday I might find you. My friend, it is not an arduous task that I bequeath, for our order knows only silken bonds. To be gentle and patient, to care for the riches of the mind, to preside in wisdom and secrecy, while the storm rages without.
The storm? This storm you're talking about?
It will be such a one, my son, as the world has not seen before. There will be no safety by arms, no help from authority, no answer in science. It will rage till every flower of culture is trampled and all human things are leveled in a vast chaos. Such was my vision when Napoleon was still a name unknown, and as I see it now more clearly with each hour.
And you think this will come in my time?
I believe that you will live through the storm and after, through the long age of desolation. You may still live, growing older and wiser and more patient. You will conserve the fragrance of our history and add to it the touch of your own mind. Beyond that, my vision weakens, but I see, at a great distance, a new world stirring in the ruins, in its lost and legendary treasures. And they will all be here, my son, preserved as by a miracle, hidden behind the mountains in the valley of the blue moon.
The speaking had finished. The voice was silent. Conway stood there, looking at that face before him, full of a remote and drenching beauty. Then the glow faded, and there was nothing left but a mask, dark shadowed and crumbling like old wood. And Conway told me that it was only after a long time that it came to him as part of a dream that the High Lama was dead.
Conway! Conway! I've got the porters.
The porters?
Yes, they're about 5 miles down the pass. They came yesterday loaded with books and things.
You think he was going out to them?
Oh, naturally.
Oh, Melanson, suppose you do get beyond the pass and find the porters waiting there. How do you know they'll take you with them? It all needs arrangement, negotiations beforehand.
Well, they have been arranged. They have been paid in advance. And they've agreed to take us.
Who's been making all these plans?
Orson.
Who?
Orson. She's with the porters now, down below the pass. She's waiting.
Waiting?
Yes. She's coming with us. I assume you've no objection.
Don't send. That's nonsense. It's impossible.
It's not impossible. You think you know a great deal more about her than I do, I dare say. But it seems you don't. Oh, just think of it, Conway. A kid of her age shut up here with a lot of old men. Naturally, she'd get away if she had a chance. She said she'd come. She wanted to come. Hang it all, Conway. Don't stare at me like that.
Melanson, I've got to tell you the truth. I hope when you've heard it, you'll realize at least why Lotsen can't possibly go back with you.
Well, there isn't anything that would make me believe that. But go ahead.
There's something about this valley, Melanson. Something that makes it different from other places, from any other place on earth. There are men living here. You've seen them. Who were young when your grandparents were already old.
Oh, and you think that...
Lotsen is no different from the others. Lotsen is not young.
Not young? I suppose you'll tell me that
he came here in 1884. And she was 18 then.
That makes her...
She was 18 then.
Conway, you're raving. You're raving!
Her beauty, Melanson, like all other beauty in the world, lies at the mercy of those who do not know how to value it. It is a fragile thing that can live only where fragile things are loved. Take it away from this valley, and you will see it fade like an echo. You will see her for what she is. An old woman.
Conway, I don't believe you. I never will. I think you're off your head.
I'm sorry if you think that, Melanson.
They warned me about that in India. I thought they were wrong.
What did they warn you of?
Well, they said that you'd been blown up in the war and that you'd be queer at times ever since.
Melanson.
Well, that settles it. I'll go now alone. I don't know how I managed to climb without you. And those tricks with a rope. It's almost certain death. But I must go. I gave my word.
Lotsen?
Yes. Oh, won't you come with us, Conway? I hate imploring you for my own sake, but I'm young and we've been friends. And Lotsen, too, she's young. Doesn't she count at all?
Melanson, there's just one question I'd like to ask.
Yes?
Are you in love with Lotsen?
I dare say I am. Oh, Conway, it's that stupid nonsense about her being old. Conway, you can't believe that. You just
How can you really know she's young?
Because I do know she's young. Because you'll think less of me for it. Because I do know. Oh, I'm afraid you'll never properly understand her, Conway.
And you do. And she's young. And you're sure of that?
Just a girl, Conway. I was terribly sorry for her, and we were both attracted. I don't see there's anything to be ashamed of. She's young. I know.
I understand. Melanson, I don't know whether I've been mad and am now sane or whether I've been sane for a time and I'm now mad again.
Well, Conway.
Do you think you could manage that tricky bit on the pass for the rope if I were with you?
You see, I think it's a long...